My name is Thamotharan, Associate Professor, Department of Automobile Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. I'm going to take organization behavior. I'm going to take organization behavior in third unit, group dynamics. So types of groups. We have formal group and informal groups. The formal group established by the organizations which have a public identity and goal to achieve. Next point, it refers to the organization structure deliberately created by management for achieving the objectives of enterprise. Where informal groups emerge on the basis of common interests, proximity, and friendships. Next point, it refers to the pattern of activity, interactions, and human relationships which to emerge spontaneously due to social and psychological forces operating at the workplace. The third point, it arises naturally on the basis of friendship or some common interest which may or may not be related to the work. Already I defined formal groups. Okay, next informal groups. Then next group are group behavior. Group. What do you mean group? Two or more people constitute a group if they have some common purpose or goal. Yeah, good thing, right? So they have some common purpose or goal. There exists a relatively stable structure, a hierarchy, and established set of rules. This collection of people see themselves as being part of that group. Right? In what way you are going to understand group? Two or more people constitute a group. Okay. They have some common purpose or goal. There exists a relatively stable structure. That means right hierarchy as established set of roles. This collection of people see themselves as being part of that group. Next, we pass on to what is group cohesiveness. Group cohesiveness is the ability to think and act as one, if the group is physically together or not. Next point, a group is said to be in the state of cohesion when its members possesses bonds linking them to one another and the group as a whole. According to Stephen P. Robbins, group cohesiveness is the degree to which members are attracted to each other and are motivated to stay in the group. Once again, I am going to repeat. According to Stephen P. Robbins, group cohesiveness is the degree to which members are attracted to each other and are motivated to stay in the group. Everyone, that is, and to motivate one. And also, right, one member going to attract with each other. So, group design cohesion grows out of communication and common interest. So, this group identity creates climate of inclusion for all members. What way, right? The flow will be there is an cohesion grows out of communication and common interest. Building group identity creates climate of inclusion for all members. And dimensions of group cohesiveness. Group identity, attraction, and teamwork. Group unity. Just see this one group. See the mage. Group identity. How he is going to attract? Okay, attracting each other, right? And we need as a teamwork. Okay, so group unity. First of all, right? Group unity. Suppose any work to be finished by groups, the one person that in a group, in one person says, others are listening. Others are taken in which right what he has directed. Okay. So next one. So design group unity attraction and attractions. We have discussed in which side they are. And then teamwork. So teamwork, right? After group formations, right? Their performance is good compared to individual performance. So individual's performance is less compared to group performance. So group performance, right? One fellow, right, going to do any kind of works, it takes a lot of time to finish it. But the group work, efficiency is more. And also, right, design cohesiveness also, right, is very important in right, the way in which they are going to show that. So one to one, at the time they are going to discuss, they are going to share the knowledge, they are going to give suggestions, the way in which they are. Oh, okay. So teamwork, right? Teamwork performance is good. Next one, cohesiveness. Factors contributing to group cohesiveness. So next one is threat and competition, time together, previous successes, so difficulty and entry, group size. So these are similarities and attitudes and values. Okay, similarities, attitudes and values. So cohesion. Next we pass on to what is decision making. Very important topic, decision making, before you are going to do any kind of work or before you are going to start. So decision is very decision making. This is decided to work. Okay, it will be finished by this time within time on manner, right? Our goal has been reached. Based on that suggestion, right? Based on that is so decision making is a process whereby a final but best choice is made among the alternatives available. Group decision making, also known as collaborative decision making, is a situation based when individuals collectively make a choice from the alternatives before them. Okay. Group decision making, also known as collaborative decision making, is a situation based when individuals collectively make a choice from the alternatives before them. This decision is no longer attributable to any single individual who is a member of the group. So type of decision making, consensus mode, type of decision making, consensus mode. When all members of the group agree to the decisions arrived at, it is called consensus. What do you mean? When all members of the group agree to the decisions arrived at, it is called consensus. Majority vote. If majority of the group members agree to the decisions arrived at, it is called majority vote. Very commonly, right? We mean right consensus mode and majority vote. If the majority of the group members agree to the decisions arrived at, commonly it is called majority. Okay. So advantages of group decision. So a lot of advantages. Suppose right individual decision making compared to individual decision making too. Right, group decision making advantages. Group decision. So compared to an individual, the groups generally have a greater knowledge, expertise, and skill base to make better decisions. Second point, large number of members provide more perspectives of the problem. Larger number of members provide more perspectives of the problem. Right, there's a large number of participants, right? Suppose the members in the group is more. They are going to touch with their suggestions. Touch with their suggestions. More perspectives of the problems. There's a large number of members provide more perspectives of the problem. With large number of group members, the participations also increases, that helps reach quality decision. With larger number of group members, the participations also increases, that helps reach quality decision. Following increased participation, comprehension of final decisions arrived at is usually high. Following increased participation, comprehension of final decisions arrived at is usually high. And also we have some disadvantages of group decision making. Small disadvantages. It is a time-consuming process. Why? Because they are going to share the knowledge when they are going to discuss. So the time-consuming is more. Influencing members usually manipulate the group decision in a direction of their interest and liking. See, some influencing members usually manipulate the group decision in a direction of their interest and liking. They are going to force. They are going to force to talk, force to ask them to listen in a group. Okay. So these are some disadvantages made by very. Influencing members usually manipulate the group decision in the direction of their interest and like. Sometimes decisions made by group members are simply by compromise between the various views and options offered by the group members. Right, between the right, be compromise when they are going to discuss compromise between the various views and options offered by the group members. Balance theory. Individual X, individual Y, Z. This is a balance theory, common attitudes and values. next class on right, we are going to focus on balance theory, right? Individual X and individual Y, and common attitudes and values, religion, politics, lifestyles, marriage, work, and authority. Okay, so we are going to follow common attitudes and values. Next one, exchange theory. So exchange theory propounded by Toybert and Kelly. This theory is based on reward cost outcomes of the interactions between employees. Reward cost outcomes between employees. Reward. How their performance. Based on their performance, employees, they are going to award us award. Reward also. Reward also. Award and reward. The interaction between people is reward. The interaction between people is reward. That is Douglas McGregor says X theory and Y theory. That is an image itself, right? You could understand theory X and theory Y very easily to write. So lazy person, right, is going to energetically way to work in his views by theory Y. Okay, theory X, the assumptions that employees dislike work. Simply lazy. See the image. Are lazy, dislike responsibility, and must be focused to perform. Okay, the assumptions that employees dislike work, are lazy, dislike responsibility, and must be focused to perform. Theory Y, the assumptions that employees like work, are creative, seek responsibility, and can exercise self-direction. Assumption of theory X. An average employee does not like work and tries to escape it whenever possible. Some people's may, some people's right. An average employee does not like work and tries to escape it whenever possible. He lacks ambition and dislike responsibility. Theory X. Since the employee does not want to work, he must be persuaded, compelled, or warned with the punishment so as to achieve organizational goals. See, this compelled, warned, continuously, right? There is who is a responsible person, right? Won't ask, right? Won't compel their own want. Punishment, even punishment also, right, is not enough. That's right. So as to achieve organization goals means right, have to take firm action, right? Strong action. And assumption of theory Y, employees can pursue their jobs as relaxing and normal. So image itself, right, how they are enjoying, right? They have work assignments that employees can pursue their job as relaxing and normal. If the job is rewarding and satisfying, then it will result in employees. Okay, if the job is rewarding and satisfying, then it will result in employees, loyalty and commitment to organization. Next point, the creativity, resourcefulness, and innovative potentiality of the employees can be utilized to solve organizational problems. Okay, so the creativity, resourcefulness, and innovative potentiality of the employees can be utilized to solve organization problems. Okay, so that's why that McGregor says theory Y and theory X and theory Y. And easily can understand with the help of images what we are discussing, right? How the theory X and theory Y assumptions are made by McGregor, that is the theory X and theory Y, Douglas McGregor. Okay, very easily differentiated. Yes, differentiated by X and Y theory. Yes. From that we can assume to be right, assume right, which implies performing well, which category, that is a X category or Y. Let's say in theory even I would have explained let's say in theory, balance theory also I would have explained very clearly. Some of the advantages also I need to notice of group decision making. I have listed all advantages of group decision making, and types of decision making also we have discussed. And what is decision making, I explained very nicely. And these are definitions of group cohesiveness. And what is cohesiveness, I would have explained very nicely, right, with Peter Robbins' explanations. So group cohesiveness is a degree to which members are attracted to each other and are motivated to stay in the group. According to Stephen B. Robbins, group cohesiveness is a degree to which members are attracted to each other and are motivated to stay in the group. The dimensions of group cohesiveness. Group cohesiveness. I would explain the group unity with the help of image attractions, how the teamwork to be completed by group members, and cohesion, the factors contributing to group cohesiveness. This and I would explain the threat and the competition, difficulty and entry, group size, time together, previous successes, similarities, attitudes and values. Okay, so definition also right, I would explain what is decision making, then types of decision making, consensus mode and majority vote. Okay, then advantages of group, make the right, and this one already I would explain very clearly. And then what is group cohesiveness and group behavior. Two or more people constitute a group if they have some common purpose or goal. Okay, and then I would have explained what is formal group and informal group, and meaning for formal groups established by the organizations which have a public identity and goal to achieve. And it refers to the organization structure deliberately created by management for achieving the objectives of the enterprise. And whereas in informal groups emerge on the basis of common interest, proximity and friendships. Okay, I would explain very clearly. Okay, for types of groups. Okay, formal groups and informal. Okay, so very nice, right? I would have taken very nicely for a group, that is the fourth unit of organization behavior. Okay, I'm happy. Okay, thank you.